We've just seen something truly incredible, remarkable really, the scale of the rebellion in the recent Irish Republic of Ireland presidential election. Before I get to that though, and please do watch the end of this video because there's a lot of stuff in this that you may not have heard about, but I think is really, as I said, quite extraordinary. Just to give the background on what has been going on in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland. You know, we've seen an extreme immigration, asylum, border policy forced on people there in a country that has got a housing shortage, that has got a housing crisis. And we did, of course, see for a short time even the threat of having Rwanda as the UK government policy in terms of combating illegal migration. That did actually have something of an effect of people going from the UK to the Republic of Ireland instead. And we can just see how extreme it has been in recent years. You know, asylum applications in Ireland going up 300% in 5 years. You can see there it's more than quadrupled in terms of people accommodated, people put across the country, as we've seen in the UK, in hotels, apartments, even large tented camps. And you can see here the housing shortage, just a catastrophe for the country. But really interesting to look at the result in the Irish presidential election, where you've just seen an independent left-wing candidate win. This is Catherine Connolly winning pretty easily. Interestingly enough, viewed as a long-time Eurosceptic. So you've got a Eurosceptic here winning the Irish presidency, which I'm sure will drive many in Brussels absolutely potty. But in terms of the actual result, beyond who won the election, something incredible has happened in terms of a rebellion from the voters of Ireland. Well, thank you so much to Private Internet Access for sponsoring today's video. PIA helps protect your data. It's a VPN, and it's the world's most transparent VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. And this VPN works with all of the streaming platforms, which is really useful. You can access more content than ever before by changing your geolocation. You can see it here on my phone. It helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection through their world-class server infrastructure, making your information shielded. And PIA allows you to protect unlimited devices with a single subscription, so you can protect your entire household with one subscription. It works across all platforms, and so if you want up to 86% off and pay as little as £1.57 per month, head over to privateinternetaccess.com/Michael Heaver, scan the QR code on screen now, or see the link below. Because what you saw before clearly was anger and frustration at the lack of choice in terms of the presidential election. I think there was one Conservative campaigner in particular there, Maria Steen, who was shut out, couldn't get the required nominations to even take part in this election. And what she's now saying is that if you look at the number of spoilt votes in this election, it does speak volumes. And this is pretty staggering stuff. Just look at some of these numbers to see the verdict here from Irish voters, because you see here close to 13%, and it was less than a 50% turnout, but close to 13% of the total ballot deemed invalid. So you can see there were 213,000 invalid votes, the highest number in a modern Irish election. So this is people spoiling their ballots, absolutely surging. In 2018 presidential election, it was around 18,000 or 1.2%, around 1% of votes spoiled in the 2011 presidential election in Ireland. But just look at that now. You can see in Dublin Northwest, Dublin Midwest areas there, you can see 20% of votes there cast invalid, 19% in Dublin South Central. More spoiled papers, more spoiled votes in those areas than first preference votes for one of the candidates. And you can see in particular working class areas in the Republic of Ireland, large number of spoilt votes. And yeah, this has had an impact, because you're talking about an election here with over 200,000 spoilt ballots in an election that had an under 50% turnout. And you can see there many of these spoiled ballots with anti-government messages on them. No democracy, EU puppets. One ballot paper even having a sticker of Maria Steen, who of course wasn't allowed to stand in the election. So I think that is pretty staggering in terms of the verdict from Irish voters. Huge numbers there, clearly not happy with the choice that they faced in that Irish presidential election. But please do let me know your thoughts though on all of that in the comments below. Please do whack this video a quick thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And of course, as ever guys, cheers for watching.